Yeah, I mean, they were injuries, and yeah, it is part of life, and you can't do anything about it. So, yeah, last time I was injured, especially in 2022, and of course in 2023, I had a knee injury as well. But touch wood, everything has been good and fine, and I'm all right. And yeah, it was very challenging because, especially from the last Olympics, Tokyo, to now Paris. Definitely a lot of challenging times where I was injured and I had to rest for a couple of months and then get back on court. But I've learned a lot from those as well, being very patient and just believing in yourself, and uh, just be there and keep fighting every single day. But yeah, it was good. That I'm very thankful to my whole team who has been behind me and who's been supporting me always, and they've always believed in me. And I'm completely all right and doing that and getting me back on court again. Is really, really high. So it's not going to be easy. I know I've played two Olympics and this will be my third Olympics. Every time the game keeps changing. Every Olympics, there are different players, and now this Olympics there are some new players who are coming and playing for the first time at the Olympics. For some of them, it's second time. So yeah, it is going to be very challenging, and it is going to be really hard because one is we know each other's game, and two is the game has completely changed. And I think three is a lot of players would be looking at, let's say, your game, how you're playing, what are they doing, what needs to be done. So there are a lot of tactics and techniques which will go into this, and also physically and mentally you need to be much more stronger, much more smarter. So yeah, I think these are all the things where we need to keep in mind and keep fighting. I was always prepared for long matches, and it's important that I need to be on court for a longer period of time. My matches are not being easy, and especially when I started my Asian tour, almost every match was, went up to 3 games. So I was prepared for everything, and at the same time, you need to, be physically strong as well to compete for a longer period of time. And those matches went up to like more than an hour. I think so. So I was prepared for it, and obviously nobody wants it to be 3 games. Everyone wants to finish in 2 games, but due to the shuttles, due to the court conditions, sometimes it might go to 3. But you have to be prepared for longer matches every single time, and I was prepared for it. So yeah.
Thank you, Sindhu. Bhavya, please go ahead and ask your question. Identify your organization as well, please.
Hi, Sindhu. This is Bhavya Chan from IMS. So my
Hello.
question is regarding that after that injury layoff, uh, and this final in the
Hello.
Malaysia Master that
Yeah.
came out. Hello,
Yes,
am I
yes, I can
audible?
hear you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So,
yes.
and in the final, the Malaysia Master that came almost after a year. So all this, and you also dropped out of top 10 in the ranking. So all this happened in the entire phase. So how did you overcome all this challenge and finally you're qualified for the Olympics? So how was that phase and how you dealt with it when you are not at the Sindhu best phase?
See, I think there are matches where you sometimes you might be leading, and sometimes you might end up losing. That happened to me in the Malaysian Masters. It's not that I was not in a good shape, but I played my best. And sometimes you're leading and it happens, and it is okay. I think it's important that for me, especially when I lose a match, or when you have another competition coming forward, I think it's important that you learn from your mistakes and come back stronger. I know it's really hard. You can't do anything about it. So I think it's important that you come back stronger and just leave what has happened and just focus on the next tournament. That is one. And I mean, everybody knows each other's game. It's just that on that day, who plays well and give their best is a winner, is what I feel. So what has happened in Malaysian Masters, I know it is a bit sad. I could have got that. I was leading 11-3. It's just a matter of those 11 points and I would have won the championship. But yeah, I think I just felt that, it was not just my day because I've played everything and it just didn't work out. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. I have learned a lot from that, and next few errors when I play the next time.
Thank you, Sindhu. Namrata Vijay.
Hi, Sindhu.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please go
Yes,
ahead
yes, I
with
can
the
hear you.
question. Identify your organization as well, please.
Hi, Sindhu. I am Namrata from Jargon English. You collaborated with the new coach since January. So, how has been the experience like for the Paris Olympics preparations?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been playing with Agus since Jan, obviously a few months back, and it's been good so far. As an athlete, definitely it takes time for a coach and athlete to understand each other. So we've been working on that, and Agus is already been in India for the men's. So he knows how it works and how it never worked together. So this is the first time me and Agus are working together, and it's been good. It's been going on well, and I think we've got a lot more time, especially when I was injured and when he was here, we got a lot more time on court or discussing about the matches or whatever it is. So right now the relationship, of course, Coach Agus has been a really good coach and he's been very experienced coach. So things are working out well, and I hope things will work out well in the future as well.
Thank you. Sudipta Biswas.
Hi, Sindhu. I'm Sudipto from the Breeze. My question is about how do you see your chance at the Olympics? This will be your third state Olympics and you will be chasing your third state medals. But given your performance in recent events and recent rise of like players of like Wang Ziyai, then Chen Yufei, Anse Young, and Akane Yamaguchi. So given their performance at the recent events, how do you see your chance this time around at the Paris Olympics?
I mean, I feel Olympics is something where I mean, it's going to be very different. So, on that day, who plays well and give the best is winner, is what I feel. And I mean, I don't want to compare with others, but looking at my form, I'm definitely I'm in a great shape, and it's just not different comparatively, and it's just that it's very different with every player. You have to play very differently with every player. It's a different style of play. I think the strategy is going to be very different. Yeah, with Chen Yufei, it's going to be different. With An Seong, it's going to be different. It also obviously depends on the draws, how with whom are you going to play, and accordingly decide how to play, and obviously discuss with the coach. But of course, looking forward and going to the Olympics, my aim obviously would be trying to get a medal at Olympics. So yeah, hoping for the best.
Thank you. Sandeep, you had a question.
Yes, thank you. Hi, Sindhu. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, hello.
My question is, what was the thought process behind selecting Saarbrücken as a training center for the next 1 month? And also, who all do you have as sparring partners over there? Thank you.
Yeah, of course, Prakash sir, and we've all discussed, and we thought, Saarbrücken would be a good place. And obviously, we've discussed where to go and, how to do and what to do right before the Olympics. And Saarbrücken we choose is because it's near to Paris as well. And obviously, it's between nowhere, where I'm much more focused. And of course, the climatic conditions, so that I get used to the climatic conditions, the weather, and yeah, just be more focused, I feel. And of course, I am obviously I've taken few of the sparring partners, and obviously I have a team of course, which consists of my coach, trainer, and physio. yeah, this is my team and current training in Saarbrücken, and I feel it's really good and very peaceful, so I can focus even more, before the Olympics, and it's also very near to Paris as well. That's why we choose this place.
Sindhu, before I take Vinayak's question, there's a question from Amlan of Reuters. He said you just mentioned how the game has changed. He wants to know what are some changes and how are you planning to cope with those changes?
Yeah, I think, game has changed. What I meant was, every player has a different style of play. Sometimes, game is something where, it's very attacking, but now it's more of a rally game, and everybody's prepared for everything, and defense has become very strong. Even though you finish those smashes, sometimes it might be finished, but I think sometimes, the defense has become so strong that, you need to be prepared for longer rallies. So that's what I meant by, the game changed. And now if you see, every women's singles player is very strong physically and is prepared for long rallies. Nobody's giving those easy points, or nobody's giving those simple errors. So you have to be prepared for long rallies, and you have to be prepared for long games.
Thank you, Sindhu. Vinayak?
Thank you, Rajaram sir. Hi, Sindhu. This is Vinayak from the Indian Express. All the best for Paris. My question to you is, there is this, everyone talks about Sindhu being a big tournament player, right? I mean, World Championships, Olympics, it seems like a different version of you comes out in these major tournaments. How do you see this tag, so to speak? I mean, what changes for you a month before a major championships? I mean, do you prepare differently? How does it work for you?
Well, I think it's the same preparation. Obviously, for Olympics, I feel it's comparatively going to be very different because it comes once in 4 years, and a lot of people might be saying, yeah, at major tournaments you do well, but I mean, I don't know, every tournament is the same preparation. Obviously Olympics is going to be a little bit different because we get a little more time, little more training period, rather in other tournaments it's like back to back, we have continuous tournaments, but Olympics is where we obviously have a longer period, training period of time, and we get to prepare a lot more better. So yeah, hopefully by others telling me that I do prepare well, in the bigger tournaments. So I hope I do that this time as well.
Thank you, Sindhu. Xenia from ESPN, please.
Hi, Sindhu. Hope your training is going well. I'm Xenia from ESPN India. My question is to you, is there something new or different you're working on now in the lead up to the Olympics? Especially since, as you said, the game has become more counter-attacking, it's becoming longer. So are there some weapons and surprise packages of your own that you are getting ready?
Well, definitely I need to be much more smarter. So that, like, going into the third Olympics, I have experience on my side, and physically and mentally I'm right there. It's just that I need to be much more smarter, and of course Agus has been taking care of that, and my trainer has been taking care of the physical part. So I hope I come up with some Olympics, obviously.
Just could I ask a follow-up to that?
Just wait, please. Anant Kaur, can you go ahead and ask a question? Anant, you're on mute.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Sindhu. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. So I wanted to ask, like, since this injury happened, what has changed in your game? Because now we've seen that your defense has been very good. Your forecourt game has been struggling. Backcourt, you're very good. But you're being called forward. You have to lunge a lot. And that is something which is, the net game has been exposed by other players. So how are you working on that?
Well, I'm working out on all these strokes. Let's say whether if it's defense or attack or the net play. I think it's important that you be perfect in every single thing. So I've been working on everything. It's not just that I'm focusing on just one stroke or one technique, because you never know how it is going to be. There are players who are smart enough to change immediately when plan A is not working. Obviously, they listen to their coach and get on plan B. So you need to be prepared for everything. So that's when I'm obviously focusing and practicing on each and everything to make it perfect and be prepared for all the strokes and all the techniques.
Thank you. Karun Kumar from Loktantra. Himang Negi, please go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, PV. Himang Negi this side from Press Trust of India. Your recent run of form is not does not justify your class and the quality of badminton that you play. But recently you have struggled to finish matches what we saw in the Malaysian Open. So how have you rectified that, and how are you working on that? And also after this layoff from the injury and coming back, so is your best for the third yet to come?
Well, definitely. I mean, hoping for a medal at the third Olympics. Injured, and it took me some time to come back. And I feel that now I'm doing well. And coming to the finals is not an easy thing. And obviously, finishing matches, not finishing matches, it depends on how we play. And sometimes it might just be that you're leading and nothing might work out, or sometimes you're like trailing and you just win matches. So Malaysian Masters was one of the tournaments where I played really well until the finals. And finals also I played well, but in the end it just slipped off from my hand. But that doesn't justify that I was not able to finish matches, or I'm not able to move further or go further. But I feel that there's been a lot of improvement, and I know that I can definitely do much more better, and I'm confident that I'm doing well and I'm getting there. So I think that itself is important, where I need to keep believing in myself and keep working much more harder.
Thank you, Sindhu. Shivani, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi Sindhu. A couple of questions. Just how challenging is it in a set when the scores are around, let's say, 18-18 or 19 all? Does the mindset change in how you approach those points? And secondly, what are there any specific inputs from Prakash sir that have been completely different from what you've been playing earlier?
I mean, yeah. Sorry, when you're 18, all there is going to be pressure. You want to win every single point. At that point of time, there's nothing like a particular strategy, because it depends on the game. Also, if it's third game, 18 all, at that point, you want you want to play safe and you want to get the point. So there's no such particular strategy that you have to play. And obviously at that point, whatever you feel and whatever the coach feels, he tells you, and you need to play that on court. But apart from that, of course, Prakash sir has been seeing my matches, and he's been telling me a few things. If I'm making any mistakes, but particularly safe and play the shuttle in the court and keep the shuttle in the court. That's what he says. More than that, I think he observes a lot, and at that point, whatever mistake I'm doing, or how do I need to play that stroke, that's what he explains. So when we also watch match together, or when he sits behind me, especially in the last All England and French Open, I mean, for the first time he's been sitting for me, and his inputs were quite simple, and not that I can't remember or not that I can't play, but he just always told me that just play freely and just give your best. So yeah.
Sindhu, VV Subramaniam from Hyderabad has this question for you. He asked, what is the biggest challenge when you are chasing the third Olympic Games medal?
Sorry, I didn't get you. Can you come again?
VV Subramaniam of Hyderabad has this question. The question is, what is the biggest challenge you are facing when you're chasing the third Olympic Games medal?
I mean, it is challenging. It's not easy, but at the same time, it's not impossible. And I feel that it is going to be challenging, where everybody is going to look, how is it and how am I going to play. But it's very important that I make sure my strategies are right. I discuss with my coach how I play and what needs to be done. And according to Olympics, obviously my aim would be to do well, give my best, and get a medal. And I'm not saying that I'm only focusing on getting the medal, but I'm also saying that I need to focus on each and every game, each and every point from the group stages. So it's not going to be easy, but at the same time, I need to be focused on each and every point and each and every match, even though I play against a low rank player or whoever it is, because it's Olympics and anything can happen.
Sindhu, Indranil Das from New Indian Express asks, when the games are stretching into long rallies, have you worked on closing out games early, or are you comfortable with longer rallies?
See, it's not on my side if I want to finish the rallies easy or if I want to take it to long rallies, because at the end of the day everybody want to finish in 2 sets. But when the game goes longer and when it goes to 3 sets, you try to get that point as soon as possible, but at the same time you shouldn't make mistakes by wanting to play quicker. Obviously you have to put the shuttle in the court, and sometimes those rallies might go to 15 strokes, 16 strokes or 30 strokes, but it's important that you stay on court and stay on your feet, be quicker always, and try to get that point, even though if it's a long rally or a short rally.
Thank you, Sindhu. We are down to our last 5 minutes of this interaction that comes to you from the Sports Authority of India, the Indian Olympic Association, and the Badminton Association of India. Ritvik Mehta of Hindustan Times, please go ahead.
Thanks. Hi, Sindhu. You spoke about, being more focused there and sort of finding more peace there while training. So I just wanted to understand, what is the kind of mental zone that you're in right now? Is it just about staying away from distractions, and how different is it from Rio and Tokyo?
See, every Olympics was different. Rio was comparatively very different, and Tokyo was comparatively very different because it had to postpone for a year, and then the stadium was really empty, and even before going to Olympics we were allowed only 1 week to go inside the village. So it's very different compared to Rio, because Rio was something where we could go much more earlier. So every Olympics was different, and this Olympics also is comparatively very different. And for me, I felt it would be good that if I come out from India and train here, obviously. And as I mentioned earlier, I can focus much more, and more than anything, I get used to the climatic conditions. I think that's very important, and also it's very near to Paris as well. So that was the main aim. And of course I have the whole team here, where of course my coach and my support staff would be helping me, and of course my sparring partners. So I think I felt that this was a good decision right before Paris. And of course it's very very good here. The training facilities are really, really good, and more than anything, everything is under one roof, and I can be much more focused. So yeah.
Karun Kumar, please go ahead. Keep your question short, because we're down to the last 3 minutes or so.
Okay. Hi, Sindhu. Karun
Hi.
Kumar from Loktantra Media.
Hello.
आप लॉन्ग मैचेस खेल रही हैं और एवरेज कोच टाइम आपका ज्यादा है, तो आपके जो वो फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी कह सकते हैं, जो स्टैमिना है, उसके ऊपर तो अब किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं रह गई है, किसी को कोई डाउट नहीं रह गया है। किस तरीके से आपने जो है वो इस ओलंपिक की तैयारी की है, जिससे कि मेडल जो है वो हैट्रिक भी हो जाए और इसका कलर जो है गोल्डन भी हो जाए?
Definitely, sir. Hoping for that, and of course, easy नहीं है, but कोशिश कर रही हूँ और ट्रेनिंग भी बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है. तो बस ये इम्पोर्टेंट है कि मैं मेरा 100% दूंगी और बाकी just depends on that particular day. Definitely going into the third Olympics, but I need to be much more smarter. At the same time बहुत hard work भी करना है. एंड मेरे पास बहुत एक्सपीरियंस है, 2 ओलंपिक्स खेल चुकी हूँ, बट एंटरिंग इनटू द थर्ड ओलंपिक्स ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट हूँ, बट एट द सेम टाइम I have a lot of experience on my side and I need to be much more smarter, and I hope I can definitely change the color and of course get another medal for the country.
Thank you, Sindhu. Prarthana Hazarika. Karthik Warrior, go ahead and ask your question, please.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
So my question was, you were mentioning that there are no easy matches at the Olympics, but in some games you will enter having an upper hand over the opponent. You might be having a good record, while in some other matches the opponent must be having a decent edge over you in recent times. How do you make change in your preparations on the mental aspect? Is there any change you make there?
I think it's the same mentality, when I play against a low ranked player or a high ranked player, because, at Olympics, you have to give your best. And I don't think that, when I'm playing with a low ranked player, I think that, okay, I be much more confident that I can beat her. It is not like that, because, sometimes it might not be your day. Sometimes you might play brilliantly. So I feel that whoever it is, I have to give my best, and I will go with the same mentality every opponent. So yeah, it's not different, but at the same time, I definitely would not take it easy or think that I can beat her, or I can win against her. So it's never that kind of mindset. It is always that I need to just go with one mindset, thinking that I need to give my best and give my 100%.
Thank you. Ujjwal.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Sindhu. All the best for the upcoming Olympics. I just wanted to know that the first time you went to the games, you were
Thank you.
20, now you are 28. It's a big gap, especially if we consider the professional sport. I just wanted to know over this period, because a lot of elite athletes in different fields, they make a lot of changes to their diet, especially to stay at the top of their game. From that aspect, have you made any specific or significant change to your diet? Let's say even going vegan, sometimes people do that, or to your training, so that you stay maybe as young. Your biological age may be different, but maybe you are fitness wise a different person, let's say.
Obviously not vegan, but definitely I've done few changes. It depends on your weight, and if you're really heavy, then you have to make sure that you have to cut down few things, and make sure that you don't eat too much of junk food. Once in a while is okay, but not every single day. At the same time, in terms of training, you have to be much more smarter. Obviously, I can't do the same thing what I used to do in 2016 or when I was 20 years old. Now, when time keeps going, and also when your age keeps going higher, it's important that you work out smartly. And especially when you're injured at times, how do you come out from it, and how smart you train accordingly, so that you maintain that fitness and make sure you're fitter than before. So these are the few aspects that are very, very important, and definitely I have the best team on my side, and I hope we are working on that. So it's important that more than anything, that I have to be like super fit, going to this Olympics, and make sure that I'm injury free. At the same time, I'm in the right space. So that is very important, and that's what we're focusing on right now.
Sindhu, there's Megha Malik who's waiting to ask a question, and then there are a couple of questions. If you have time, there will be one from Xenia and one from Shivani. Can we take 3 questions, please?
Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you. Megha Malik.
Hi, Sindhu. This is Megha from Times Now. I wanted to ask that you have played in Rio, you have played in Tokyo. Any particular lessons from those 2 Olympics that you would like to carry forward to Paris?
Yeah, a lot of things to carry forward in terms of game, in terms of physical fitness, in terms of how strong you are mentally. It's very important that a lot of lessons to learn from 2016 and obviously Tokyo. I feel that this time going into the Olympics, everybody's eyes are going to be on me. At the same time, I need to be much more smarter, and also I should know that it won't be any easier, because there are going to be long matches, and I can't expect any easy matches going into the Olympics, or into the group stages especially. So yeah, obviously I have a lot of experience on my side, but at the same time I should be even more patient enough at the Olympics and be much more smarter.
Thank you. Xenia, last couple of questions, one from Xenia and one from Shivani.
Yes. Hi, Sindhu. Me again. I just wanted to ask you, what are some of the learnings that you've taken from the Asian swing and are applying it during this training block and for the Olympics ahead?
A few things that I have taken from the Asian leg. I think one is, obviously, no more short matches. They are going to be really long, and I need to be prepared for long matches. And two is, I think, not expect easy points. And of course, one more is, even though you're leading, you can't expect the match is over. Let's say if you're leading for like 4 points or 5 points or 6, 7 points, you still have those 4-5 points to win a match and to get done with the match. So do not expect obviously easy matches and easy points, because sometimes you never know, game might just change. So you need to be prepared for everything. Yeah, that's what I've learned from the Asian leg.
Yeah.
Thank you. All the best.
Shivani?
Yeah, Sindhu, any practical advice
you.
for somebody who's headed to their first Olympics in terms of, packing, or in terms of just being in the games village? मतलब तुमने तो पहली बार जाके medal मार दिया, but there will be others who have like crazy nerves. So is there advice for a first time Olympian from India?
Well, I just want them to enjoy, going to their first Olympics. I know there will be pressure, but I just want them to, not take that pressure and just go out there and give their best. I know it's easy to say, but it's not that easy. I just wish them all the very best. At the same time, just wanna tell them that just go out there, give your best, and hopefully, we will see some medals coming home this time.
Thank you very much, Sindhu, for your time and for taking on so many questions. We gave you a 3-game duration as well, nearly. So thank you very much for what you have done for all of us and for what you're doing for Indian sport. And thank you to my colleagues in the media for being here today and for supporting Olympic sport. Do mention that this interaction came to you thanks to Sports Authority of India, Indian Olympic Association, and the Badminton Association of India. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you so much. I'm very thankful to the Badminton Association of India, because they've been very supportive. At the same time, Sports Authorities of India and the top scheme, because they've been really very supportive all the time, no matter what. And I would like to also thank the government for their support. And also all the sponsors who've been very supportive and always been through. So I hope with all your support and love, of course, thanks to the whole media, because without you guys, we are nothing. You've always been there for us, no matter what. And I couldn't connect with you directly, and I'm connecting through online since I'm far away from India. But thank you so much, always, not just now, but since the time I have started playing badminton. You've always been following me and supporting me. And I hope I do well this Olympics and I get that medal back to India.